Coach, how are you? Welcome back to Florida. Wanted to ask, how did you first get in touch with Brian Flores? How did you guys first meet? And how did you coming down to South Florida, joining the Dolphins? How did that come about?
I got a call from Coach Flores. Didn't know him previously. We talked a little bit, finished the call, kind of right after the season. I came down here, met with him and Coach Boyer and those guys, and it went great, and I'm fired up to be here.
Omar?
New position for us in terms of an outside linebacker coach. Who is all in your group, and what specifically are the roles for that position?
I'd say it's a collaborative effort. We got Coach Cam, Josh, Coach Hobbs, myself. We all coach defense together. So I wouldn't say it's specifically certain people or anything like that. And, really excited about where the season's going.
Travis?
Hey, good morning, Coach. Kind of want to go on that same topic there about the guys in your position group. And I'm curious if it's a challenge for you to find reps for all the guys that have a lot of snaps and production on their resume, if it's a challenge to find reps for those guys, and if the multiple nature of the defense kind of helps you carve out roles for everybody.
Yeah, I think here Coach Flo and Josh have a saying, your role is what you make it. And I think that applies to all the guys. I think we've only had a couple days so far. We haven't even had a padded practice. So that's a little tough for me to say right now, but I think everybody's doing a hell of a job so far.
Steve Wine?
What kind of first impression does Coach Flores make, and what were the things about him that made you say, hey, this guy can win?
I would say first off, hardworking guy, knowing, when I came down here to meet with him, I looked him up and researched him and saw his path through coaching. And that immediately to me was like, hey, this is someone I want to work under and learn from. Just how he came up and the grind and where he's come from, his story, all the obstacles he's gone through. And then on a first impression basis, I would just say as a teacher, to me, coaching is teaching. And there's an element of how he interacts with players and coaches. And, he's got a mission. He's a tough guy, and we want tough people that are smart and love to play and are physical. And that's what impressed me about him. And I'm really, really excited to work for him.
Joe Shad?
Hey, Austin, it's good to meet you. On Coach Boyer, how would you describe kind of his personality and his approach?
I would say tactical. I think Josh has a philosophy of what he believes in that I think aligns directly with our head coach. Those guys have been working together for so long. I would say he knows what he wants, and he's going to demand that out of his players and us as coaches to do it. And that's the environment I want to live around. And it's been great so far, and I'm really, really excited.
Hal?
Hi, Austin. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that pass rush was lacking on this team last year. How do you intend to solve that with the guys in your room? Who are you looking to improve the pass rush on this team?
First off, I would say it's a new season, and as far as looking to last year, I don't really think any of that matters. I think it's about what we're doing right now. I would say I think we have some great players across the board, and I would say pass rush is a collaborative deal in terms of the different guys and combinations and who they're going against and what they do best. And I think as the defensive staff, we're doing a great job of finding out what those guys are and what they do well. Again, it's only been 3 days, but it's been great so far. With Lawson, Agua, there's so many different guys that can do it. So we'll see where we're at here in 3 or 4 weeks.
Josh?
Hey, Austin, asked GA the same thing right before you came on here, but throughout your career, who have been some coaches or mentors that you've been able to rely on and kind of look up to, idolize in a way?
I would say I've been extremely lucky in the people I've been around. I would say Pete Jenkins is probably the most influential person in my career by far, in terms of technique, fundamentals, how to approach the game. And, ironically, he's worked with some of our guys before, but Coach Jenkins by far has been the most influential in my career. I would say with that, I've been lucky to work for a man in Lovie Smith that is second to none. From a character standpoint, he taught me a lot as a young coach and things to do, not to do, how to approach the game. In terms of coming into this role in the NFL, he's been great for me, and he's a guy that really cared about my career and influenced me. And then I would say everybody really from when I was my time at Cal under Tosh Lupoy and, Jeff Tedford, Sonny Dykes, all those guys. And then getting to SC with Clay Helton and Clancy Pendergast, who's been in the league. Clancy, had been to a Super Bowl before. All those guys have been phenomenal to me. I keep in contact with them. And it's good for me to lean on, and I'm really excited to work for a guy in Coach Flo and Josh right now.
Safid?
Yeah, I just wanted to come back to how you and Flores connected and everything happened for you to get this job. Was there anybody in common that maybe put you guys in touch together? Or did you send a resume into the Dolphins? Is there like a Tinder for coaches? You maybe like swiped right together and just match? How did this all really come together for him to just call you up for it?
I would say that there is a few mutual people that we both know. In terms of Pete Jenkins, Brendan Daly, all those kind of guys that have worked with Josh and Coach Flo throughout the years. I would say that we had some mutual people we knew like them and kind of put us in contact, and we met, and I was able to come down to Miami and talk with him. And, I'm from Florida, man. So it was, my mom's house is 3 hours away from here. So this was a easy deal for me.
All right, I got time for one more. We will go to Hal.
I'd like to ask you about the coaching staff in general. It's not every year that a team has a coaching staff where half the guys are new. How are you guys coming along in terms of getting to know one another? Is that still happening now, or was there something special that you were able to do over the summer where you guys were able to all get together and know that you were all on the same page?
Yeah, I would say, a few of us, I knew Gerald Alexander prior to this. He was coaching at my alma mater. And we were able through the month of January when I got here to February to kind of be around everybody. We did keep in very close contact, and I think the camaraderie is great. I think we have some really, really good coaches, and we've worked really well together so far. So I'm excited to be here and excited to work with them.